Now let's tell you what China has been up to. If defense observers and some media reports are to be believed, the Chinese regime is gearing up to invade Taiwan. How true are these reports? And when is China planning this invasion? In the next 3 minutes, we'll explore. We'll start with this report. According to a report in the South China Morning Post, the Chinese military is beefing up its coastal forces for a possible invasion of Taiwan. Remember, Taiwan-China relations have been deteriorating. On Monday, we told you how Chinese diplomats had physically assaulted Taiwanese officials in Fiji. And now we have reports indicating an all-out military attack. Let's show you where the military buildup is reportedly taking place, the Guangdong province along China's southeast coast. The People's Liberation Army is said to be upgrading its missile bases in this province. One of the most advanced weapons in the PLA's arsenal, the DF-17 hypersonic missile, is said to have been deployed here. Besides this, the PLA has also deployed its Russian-built S-400 Triumph air defense system and 20 Air Force brigades armed with China's first stealth warplane, the J-20. Canada-based Canva Defense Review has released some satellite images. They show how a PLA base in Puning City in Guangdong has been rapidly expanding. It has more than doubled in recent years. What for? We know the answer, but let's go by what China is saying. The Global Times put out a story on Monday night, a detailed report on China's military buildup in the Guangdong province. Look at the headline. PLA's hypersonic missile to target foreign military intervention in reunification by force, Taiwan operation. A reunification by force. In simpler English, that means invasion. So when is China planning to strike Taiwan? Quoting military experts, the Global Times says not before the US election. For now, the PLA plans on isolating the Dongsha Islands administered by Taiwan and then force Taipei into negotiation. But given that this is the PLA that we are talking about, anything could happen at any time. Look at the kind of statements that their supreme leader, President Xi Jinping, has been making. On the 14th of October, he visited a PLA base in Guangdong's Chaozhou city. He asked PLA troops to be on high alert. The next day, 15th October, he visited a PLA Marine Corps base in the same province and he asked PLA troops to quote-unquote put their minds and energy preparing for war. What again did the Chinese president promise at the UN General Assembly session? Listen to this.
We will never seek hegemony, expansion or sphere of influence. We have no intention to fight either a Cold War or a hot one with any country. We will continue to narrow differences and resolve disputes with others through dialogue and negotiation.
Will resolve disputes through negotiation and dialogue. Whatever happened to that? The fact is, the prospects of a Chinese military invasion of Taiwan are quite high. The world can no longer trust what Xi Jinping says and promises. Now, as you may be aware, India has been trying to develop trade ties with Taiwan. New Delhi has sought to woo Taiwanese semiconductor companies. The Chinese Foreign Ministry does not like it one bit. In its latest press conference, the ministry's wolf warrior number one, Mr. Zhao Lijian, had this to say.
There's only one China in the world. Taiwan is an inalienable part of China. The One China principle is the universal consensus of the international community. This includes India as well as the political foundation of China's development of bilateral relations with other countries. We firmly oppose countries having diplomatic ties, conducting any forms of formal exchanges, or signing official agreements with Taiwan. India should earnestly uphold the One China principle and properly and cautiously handle the Taiwan issue.
In other news, the US Secretary of State will be visiting India. He'll also be going to Sri Lanka and the Maldives this month. A tour aimed at limiting China's growing influence in the region. In New Delhi, Pompeo will hold talks with Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. He's also expected to hold similar two-way talks in Colombo on the 28th of October and then stop by in Male. We'll be tracking those developments closely. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. World is One.